Hello everyone, I am Jennifer with Back Pocket Studios, and today I want to talk about ways to cut some of your costs while your business is either closed down or maybe going a little slower than usual due to the COVID-19 closures. So this was something I personally did last week with my own expenses. And there's a couple things I want to say before I start the video. One, I am not an accountant. That is not my specialty whatsoever. So these are definitely personal suggestions for you. The other thing is, I do not want to promote the idea of not spending or not supporting local, anything like that. That is not the idea of this video. The idea of this video is if you have expenses that maybe you don't need, maybe we can cut or trim some of those during the time that we're slow to help slow that debt accumulation during this period. So, to give you an idea of a couple of the things I did, first thing I did is I pulled out my credit cards and I looked at them and I said, what is on here that I maybe don't need or that I could save by cutting down to a lower subscription or switching companies, etc. And as I went through here, it always surprises me what you miss. So unless you're a person that's really good every single month at looking at your bills, um, it's really easy to put something on there and forget about it. So a couple examples would be my business is almost completely online. I have so many subscriptions online, it's unbelievable. We're always trying new ways to make a video, new ways to do something for social media, new Grammarly accounts, new Trello accounts, new whatever it is. There's just so many accounts. And some of them we love. Others, we get them and we kind of forget we have them and forget to cancel them. Some end up a small account and then we upgrade to the next level and then the next level and the next level. And then maybe things have changed and we're up at this level, but we really only need to be down here. So by looking at your credit card statements, you can see what you're spending. So by doing this, I found a couple things on mine. One was there was a couple accounts that I really didn't like, and I had been meaning to cancel for a while, but they took a little bit more than like a 2-second cancellation. So I forced myself, I just canceled those. Next thing was there was one program that we love, but it offers a free version. And when we started, the free version didn't work because we had a certain system in place. Then we changed our systems, but we left the cost where it was. And I noticed that we had so many additions on there that it was costing $800 a year. I was able to clean it up last week and cut it down that now we're on the free account and it works better than it did at the $800 a year. So that's huge. That's money, maybe not made, but money saved for sure, which is pretty much the same thing for me right now. Another thing that I did is I called a couple of the subscriptions that I use that are a little bit more expensive than the other programs. So they are programs that I love, adore, use, want to keep. But to be honest, I'm not doing a ton of work right now. Most of my clients are shut down. They don't know what's happening. So I'm not bringing in the money to cover some of those. So I reached out to them and just said, do you have any programs in place just as a savings right now, since I do want to keep your service. However, I'm not making enough to cover that cost. And they all gave us a percentage off or a couple months free, that kind of thing. And it sounds like they had it set up already. They just were waiting for me to ask. So it was super simple. And, it's a savings of $50 here, $40 there, whatever it is. But that's huge over the long run. All of them were polite, happy to deal with, no issue at all. So it wasn't a scary call. I will stay with them. I will support them. And yeah, a great way to save little bits of money along the way. The other thing that I did a while ago that has been super helpful for me is I had went and got one of these. It's an ATB Load and Go credit card. So it's a card that you transfer money from your bank account directly onto the credit card, and that's all you have to spend. So now I do have credit cards, but the problem I was running into was because I do so many of these online subscriptions, if you forget to cancel, then all of a sudden I have another $200 expense on there that I didn't mean to. And it was just becoming frustrating, or I didn't pay it off quick enough, so now I had interest. With this card, the beauty of it is I only transfer money over when I'm spending it. So that means I'm always spending money that I actually have, which is beautiful. It allows me to do the online ordering, which you can't do if you're paying cash, which is the frustrating part. But it also is a reminder to me each month that I need to add that money on, or that payment isn't going to go through. So I don't end up gaining all of that extra debt that a regular card would happen to do. So I have loved this card. Super simple. I'm guessing all banks have it. It is different than the ones that you get at, let's say, Walmart. But I have really enjoyed it. I have kept my other credit card as a backup. There's always going to be times you're going to want an actual credit card. But this is great when you're running an online business. So I hope some of those tips helped you. I do have some personal tips that I'll be sharing as well, but I wanted to keep this one very business oriented. If you have any tips, make sure to share them in the comments. If you like the video, share it with some friends and follow us. We'll be adding some more. Have a great day, stay safe, and enjoy your family.